Good afternoon everyone. Today's short video I'm going to show you how to grind a 0-degree bevel on a puukko knife. Now you can apply the 0-degree bevel to any knife that you want, but it's specially designed for these very short beveled puukko blades. Now a knife with a bevel that runs all the way to the back might not necessarily benefit from a 0-degree bevel because you've already got a long run into your cutting edge. So if you put the 0-degree bevel on a full beveled knife, you're going to have your edge that's too fine. So with this short little chisel edge that you get with these puukkos, putting a 0-degree bevel is the ideal way to make it super sharp. Also, with these flat surfaces, it makes it easier to sharpen as well. Whereas with a conventional knife, you would rather put it on a stone or a lancet or whatever to sharpen. Alright, so what I've done here, as you can see, I've done all my primary grinds, and but I've left here quite a coarse edge, and what we're going to do is we're going to follow the couple of steps to create a 0-degree bevel there. Now for those of you who don't know what a 0-degree bevel is, when somebody asks you what angle do you sharpen your knife at, they refer to that little bit at the end that's been sharpened. Now that's usually between 15, 20 to 25 degrees. With a 0-degree bevel, it means that the two surfaces here, one on this side and one on that side, actually meet to form the cutting edge. So there's only a single bevel that meets to form the cutting edge. These are extremely sharp, but if you don't heat treat them properly, they can be a bit delicate. Sadly, I've had two of my knives customers sent back because the edges were cracked. Now each knife that I have with a 0-degree bevel goes through the brass rod test, which is what we'll do as well today. Yeah, this is my little brass tube, but it works as well. Now the brass rod test, basically you flex the edge on the brass rod. If the edge chips, it's too hard. If it flexes and stays bent, it's too soft. So we're aiming for a flex. Now the flex means that if you're using the knife under heavy stress and you put it into something hard and you wiggle it about, the edge will flex instead of breaking off. This is a good sign that the blade has been correctly heat treated. Alright, so let's get to grinding. Alright, the secret to grinding the 0-degree bevel is to actually get your 0 degrees. That means grinding these two surfaces till they meet at a 60 grit belt that I've got on here. Now the trick with grinding 0 bevels is once you get to the part where it starts, the two edges start meeting, you got to soften up the pressure, so it can take a little bit of time, because if you push too hard, even the 60 grit belt, if you push too hard, the belt will catch and it'll just slice the belt in half, and it'll stuff up your edge as well. So at first we're going to be pushing quite hard, making a little grunt work of it, but as we get finer towards the edge, you'll see that I'll slow up on the pressure. Now the trick is to grind it to your 0 with a 60 grit, then just touch it so that you've got a fine silver line, and then with the next grit you will do the same, touch it, and then from the A1, that's the Gator A160 that I'm going to use, we are going to grind it from there without any touching the edge anymore, and that will slowly bring the two together again to form the 0. Right, so let's get grinding. Alright, so there we go. I've just touched the edge briefly with the 60 grit just to remove it, and we're going to do the same again now with the A160. Now with the Gators, I like to slow the belt down a little bit. Just touch it, not too much. We don't want to undo all the work we've just done. Also, we want to clean this area up here, make it look neat. Alright, do our flex quickly. Alright, and then we did do it all again. Okay, so there you have it. That's the A160. Now if you feel it, it's got a little bit of a burr on the edge. That's exactly what we want. And we're just going to keep working finer and finer now until that burr comes off. So that's A160. We're going to move down in our grates now. Now it'll go a little quicker because all our hard work. Okay, so now we're going to do the edge flex test. See if I can get the right spot. You can see the little curl on the end. It's not breaking. See the light again. There you go, you can see that little thing flexing on the end. So when we say an edge flex test, that's what we mean. Nothing broken. Perfect. That's just been sharpened. Yes, they're a really crummy piece of paper, but you get the idea. There you go. That's a 0-degree bevel, sharpened. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and share this video, as well as follow me on Instagram at @SmithHandForgeKnives or on my Facebook fan page, Smith Hand Forge Knives. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers.